So it's another week and another Xbox sale. We have a ton of games as always to get through, and we'll be covering all those quick completions that can be completed in under 2 hours. These are going to be the best bang for your buck deals that you'll be able to get this week to give that Gamerscore a massive boost. So let's waste not another second, let's roll those credits and get into this video. So as always, we're going to start off with all those games that can be completed in under half an hour, and we've got a few to get through, a few more than last week as well, which is a good start to this sale, with the first one being Feather. This one's $2.93, 65% off its normal price, which is a nice big discount there. Is rated 2.5. It's another adventure relaxing flight simulator as you play as a bird, and this one will net you that 1000G. Slightly out of season this one, but we have Haunted Halloween 86. This one's 50% off at £4.19, still a bit of a hefty price there. It is rated 2 stars, and this is a retro horror platformer that has the ultimate 8-bit challenge set around Halloween night. Our next game is a shoot 'em up, and that's Tony and Clyde. Now this one appears on the list quite regularly. It's currently 75% off at $1.99. This is a real cheap price, probably the lowest I've seen it in a long time, so definitely consider picking up this one, especially since this one will net you 4500G. Why they went with the odd 500 I don't know, but that's still an extra bit of gamer score and still a massive amount to get from one game, especially at a cheap $1.99 price tag. It's rated 2.25 and has that nice quick completion time. Another horror Halloween-y game is Frightenance. This one's 75% off, £2.09. Is another adventure, is a short intense first person horror experience. It's rated only 1.75 though, so this is the first stinker of the week. Has only got that 1000G this one, but does have a quick completion, so it might be worth checking out. It is probably one of the cheaper ones on the list this week. We have a selection of escape room style games next, with the first one being called Curious Cases. This one's 40% off at $2.51. Is rated 2.25. We also have Escape First, also 40% off at $2.51, rated 2 stars. And we also have the sequel Escape First 2, which is also, as you might have guessed, 40% off $2.51. And this one is also rated 2 stars. And all these games are simple puzzle escape rooms where you have to get out of a certain location using the clues available on screen. A visual novel from East Asia Soft next, 50% off this one, still a really hefty $5.87. Normal price is $11.74 for this one, so if you are considering getting this one, there is no better time than now. And that's Raptor Boyfriend, a high school romance. This is another really low price for this game. It's rated 2.25 and it sees you experience a satirical 90s teen drama set around love in your last year of high school. King of Arcades. This game has 40 games of multiple genres, including classic inspired games like Retro Invaders. Is 40% off at £4 and a penny. Rated not too bad there at 2.75, and you should be able to get the full achievement apparently in under half an hour for that 1000G. And the last game is Infinity. This one's 50%, $4.49. Still a lot of expensive games in the sale this week. This one's also expensive considering it's only rated 1.75, so another stinker, and this is a mind-bending puzzle game. So we move on to all those games that have between a half hour and a 1 hour completion time, with the first one being Like No Other, The Legend of the Twin Books, which is 60% off at $4.79. Still, again, a little on the more expensive side, but this is an $11.99 game normal price. It's rated 2.75. It is an adventure point and click adventure that will net you that 1000G. Last Beat Enhanced. This is a side-scrolling beat 'em up as you make your way across 8 levels, punching and kicking your way to defeat enemies. It's 60% off at $3.35 and is rated 2. 2.5. Blood Wash is our next game. This is another horror adventure game. It's 50% off at £4.19 and is rated 3.25. So considering it's a horror game with a weird premise and low polygons, seems to be a pretty decent game. Battle Kids Fortress of Peril. This is a platformer that nets you 1000G, 50% off at £4.19. It is our third stinker of the week at only 1.75. That one. Dana Bomb 2. This one's 60% off, £4.99. Another expensive game normally, £12.49. Hence why it's still nearly a fiver to buy this one. It's another platforming game with 8 different worlds, 8 different levels on each world and unique bosses. Is rated 2.5. Beat Me, which is another beat 'em up style game. Beat Me, which is a physics-based multiplayer game with comical fantasy characters. This one's 75% off. Nice and cheap though, still £2.68, down from its normal £10.74. Is rated 2 stars, that one. And we have a couple of word puzzle games which seem to be on the list every week at the minute. The first one is One Word, which is 50% off at £3.34 and rated 2.5. And we also have Letterbox, which is 50% off at £3.34 and this one is rated 2.75. And obviously both are very simple word puzzle games that have that nice quick 1 hour completion time. The Skylia Prophecy, 40% off, £3.59. This one's rated 2 stars and is a platformer. True Virus. This is an adventure point and click game that takes players to an abandoned psychiatric hospital. 30% off at £5.24. Still again very hefty, some of these prices this week. Rated 2.25. And our final game is the third in the series of the Escape First games. Escape First 3 multiplayer, 50% off, £2.89, rated 2.25, that one. Now I'm sure this is the bit of the video that you've all been waiting for weeks, because in this section we have 30 games to get through. That's right, 30 games that have all on sale this week with that 1 to 2 hour completion time. So let's waste not another second and let's quickly dive into these games and find out what's on offer. And we're starting with Them Bombs, which is 75% off of a nice and cheap 182, also rated pretty good there at 2.75, and this is a nice simple puzzle game. We have our airy game of the week, which is Airy Car Mines, 40% off at £5.03. This one's rated 2 stars and is a nice bird related relaxing flight simulator. Rogue Explorer Next, 70% off, another cheap game. This one at only £2, is rated 2.75 and is from East Asia Soft. We have Droid Trivia, and as the name might give away, this is basically a trivia game that you can challenge your friends and family with over 800 questions spread across 15 categories. 50% off at £3.99 and is rated 2.25. Flying Soldiers, 75% off, another cheap game. This one, £1.99, rated pretty good as well, £3, and this is a puzzle game. Nostalgic Train, 30% off, hefty price this one, $8.21, but rated 3 stars. So again, a really good game, even though with that hefty price tag. Finding the Solar Orb, 40%, $3.47 this one, rated 2.5. Action adventure game presented in the first person perspective with a story driven adventure that blurs the lines between haunting realism and surreal dreamscapes. Yet another escape room, the Experimental Escape Room. This one, 25% off, a little on the cheaper side. This one, $2.46, and is rated 2 stars. So we got Tracks the Train Set game. This one's 40% off at $11.99. Very expensive, this one. Has a very quick completion, though of that 1 to 2 hours for 1000G is currently 40% off, but is rated 2.75. It is also available in a bundle with the Tracks the Train Set game toy box bundle, where you get the sci-fi pack, which will give you an extra 500G, bringing that up to a grand total of 1500G. Is 40% off, $12.74, so only a few pence more to pick up that bundle. Definitely worth it for the extra 500G if you're picking up this game this week. She Sees Red interactive movie, 70% off at $2.51, is rated 3 stars. And as the title again might give away, this is an interactive visual novel movie. Zero Strain, shoot 'em up this one. Dodge and blast everything in your path, which is 70% off at $2.51 and rated 2.5. Doug Hates His Job, which is a beat 'em up with an office mockumentary style story, is 75% off. Nice and cheap again, $1.44. Definitely the cheaper games seem to be in these 1 to 2 hour categories, and rated 2 stars. Mask of Mists, 60% off, $4.99, rated 3.25, and this is an action adventure game in the first person view in which you are immersed in exploring a world full of magic and secrets. The Path of Motus, this is 80% off currently, $2.49. Really cheap price. This is probably one of the cheapest prices this game has been, as it always appears on the list as well, and is a puzzle platformer. Tacoma next, 80% off, $2.99. That's a huge discount off its $14.99 normal price. Also rated 3 stars and is classed as an adventure game. Planet of the Eyes, only 79p this one. This is the cheapest game we've seen so far, 90% off its normal $7.99 price tag. Really great puzzle platformer here. Winner of the best indie game at the Canadian Video Game Awards in whatever year this game probably came out, 2017. Rated 2.75. Decay the Mare, 50% off, £4.19, rated 2 stars, and this is an adventure point and click game. 6180 The Moon, 50% off, a cheap one again here, only $1.59, is rated 2.75 as well for this platformer. And we have Tales of the Borderland on offer this week, 25% off at $11.99. This is obviously a Telltale developed game. It's split up into 5 episodes where you get 2000 G for each episode, giving you that grand total of 1000 G. Each episode will take you that 1 to 2 hours to complete. One of the best stories though that Telltale probably ever released, rated really highly at 4.75. Boxville, 30% off, $5.87. This one is also very highly rated at 3.75. And this is a 2-in-1, an animated film and puzzle game in a point and click adventure style. Symphony, 40% off, another whacking price there, $11.99 for this one. It's a 3D puzzle platformer, parkour through an island's mysterious caverns, rated 2.75. Blue Project, 50% off, $3.99. The only stinker so far in this category, which is rated only 1.75 for this platformer. Cybertank, a challenging puzzle game which adds various mechanics on top of a soccer-bun genre. 10% off currently, not a great discount this one, but still only $3.77 and rated 2.5. And not only is the console version on offer, but the Windows version is also on offer for that $3.77 price tag, meaning you can stack the 2 games if you purchase both for that 2000 G. And we got yet another word puzzle game on offer this week. This one's Mix Ups, $3.34, which is at 50% off and rated 2.5. And it isn't the only word puzzle game in this category, as we also have Roundup, which is also at that 50% $3.34 price mark, and this one's actually rated a bit better at 2.75. Honoros, I've got no idea how I'm going to pronounce this one. It's probably something really simple, but it's really cheap as well, $1.83, 80% off its normal £9.19, so a nice big discount on this one, rated 2.5. When the Past Was Around, 40% off, $4.25 this one, again rated really well this one, 3.25, is an adventure point and click about love, moving on and letting go. And finally, the final game in this category, number 30, is Wind Peak, 60% off, $4.79, yet again rated really well at 3.25, and this is a hidden object point and click adventure game. Wow, that was a ton of games to get through. This has been a long time in the coming. The last couple of weeks have been really slim pickings on these games, and so it's great to finally see such a huge amount of games on discount this week. There's not a great load of huge Gamerscores on offer, but such a huge amount of games, just 30 alone in that 1 to 2 hour completion mark. There is definitely going to be something out there if you're looking for some of those quick completion games this week. So make sure you study this list and pick up those games as quickly as you can, because like with all sales, this one's only on for a limited time and will only run to the 22nd 2nd of January. So pick up those bargains now, and make sure you hit the like, share and subscribe button so you know when we release these videos, so there's not a chance that you will miss these bargains each week. We've also got guides on our channels and we're doing more of them each week, and also you can follow along as I try to hit that 1 million gamer score. So definitely check out our channel for more content, and subscribing to the channel helps us boost the channel and we'll be able to bring you even more content that you want. But until we drop our next video, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.